Hello, I'm Lucy Charlotte Brand of ladydigital.com and welcome to another episode on the Digital Journal. Today's episode is actually entitled How to Suck at Social Media. One of the things I'm very passionate about is social media, and particularly social media etiquette. Over the years, I've seen some really not great things and some really weird things as well. So I want to share with you my top 10 tips of how to suck at social media so that you won't. So let's get stuck in. So number one is setting up your Facebook business account as a personal account so that you go and befriend people. This just looks spammy and it's not the way to do it. The way to do it is set up a business page, a Facebook business page and then ask people to like your page. Don't go around friending people because it does look spammy. Number two is don't set up a Facebook group and then add people to it. This is something that really gets my goat. Is if you just set up a Facebook group to sell your products or services and then add people to it, you take away their choice, their freedom of choice of whether they're actually want to purchase your product. If you are setting up a Facebook group, I'm not saying don't do that, but it should be more of a community that you're setting up if you're going to do the groups rather than just posting about your products. If you want to post about your products, then I suggest you set up the Facebook business page. But if you've got a community which you want to grow and share ideas and not just push your products, then I suggest that you definitely do the community and the groups. Okay, and number three is just post sales posts. Now this is just boring. Like no one wants to just hear you go on about buy my product now, check out my new e-course. Of course, do post some of your products and services. If you've got a new webinar coming up, but not constantly. Social media is about starting a conversation, and that's what you want to do, which you can't do if it's just one-sided and you talking about your products. Number four is fill out your profile. Now, with this, if you've got personal accounts, like I have a personal Facebook and I have kind of business Facebook, and I have Instagram, which is more personal than I would say business, then that's fine. You can keep your personal ones and not fill them out properly. If you decide that you want to use Instagram for your business, then fill out the profile properly, because if I come and look at what you do, or if I come and look at your profile, I want to know what you do, I want to know what you post, and if I like the sound of it, I want to know how I can buy your products or hire your services. So make sure you have contact details, whether that's a website or even just another social media site that you want to redirect to. But make sure you have a detailed, fully filled out profile, and also make sure it's consistent. This is the other thing. So have the same picture on your business Instagram account, on your Pinterest business account, on your Facebook biz page. If consistency is key, and then people don't get confused then. They know exactly who you are and what you're selling or offering to the world. Number five is spelling and grammatical mistakes. Now, everyone does this, we're all human, but what I do, and I even do this now, is every post I type it out, write it out in Word first, or you could use Google Docs. That way, if there's any grammatical or spelling mistakes, it'll pick them up for you, because it's hard. If you're writing lots of social media posts, if you're batching them together, because you've rewritten it, maybe put a hashtag in and deleted a couple of characters, when you read over it, you're not as conscious of what you've done. So that's a great way of checking and making sure. But if you do post something and it has a spelling mistake or it's not quite right, don't worry, because you can delete it. So nothing's permanent. It didn't used to be that way on Twitter, which is a bit scary. But yeah, it's not that way anymore. So you can just delete. And now you can even edit. You can edit your posts on Instagram. You can edit your posts on Facebook. Okay, number 6. Hashtag every word. A few clients that I work with, they're not even sure what hashtags are or how to even read Twitter with hashtagging. It doesn't make sense to them. And that's just a few people, but that could be your audience. So I love hashtags. Like, if you do love hashtags, don't hashtag every word. What I would suggest is to maybe hashtag one word in it if you want. I'm talking about other sites, other social media sites other than Twitter, because Twitter there's a character limit, so it's a bit different. But other social media sites, write what you want to say in the caption, but then underneath put your hashtags that are relevant to what you've just said or the image that you're posting. That way, people will still be able to find you under those hashtags, which is the main point, but it's not going to confuse anyone who perhaps doesn't really understand, or it is weird when you start to read hashtags for the first time, because it doesn't make sense. Okay, number 7, not giving credit where credit's due. Now, this one really got on my nerves actually, and it was on my personal Facebook as well. But I posted something that I thought was quite a good resource for people and would help them, and then someone else just took that and then posted it themselves without even saying, oh, Lucy found this. This is really cool. And even though it was on my personal account, I still felt like, hey, come on, I did all the hard work here. So yeah, give credit where credit is due, because otherwise it's just not very nice. It's quite rude. Number 8, ignore or delete negative comments. Now, I know that you might want to do this because, it's like, oh, they said something horrible, or they've said something bad. I really don't do it, because it's going to look worse on you for deleting it, because people will have seen it. The best thing you can do is just explain why you did that, why you made that decision, or if you feel that you were in the wrong, you apologise and say, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to cause offence, it was just I saw it this way. But explain yourself. And also with negative feedback, it gives you the chance to really, for your voice, put your voice across as to why you think that's right or why you chose that. So it's kind of like it allows you to start that conversation, and people will read that and then they'll be like, oh yeah, they responded to that, they just didn't ignore it. And sometimes you actually listen to the person that's posting. As an example, because that was quite confusing, there's a restaurant that I was going to in Cambridge, and I wanted to check it out, so I went on TripAdvisor, and it was amazing. The owner, on every negative post, she had put the reasons why. So one lady was complaining that they'd run out of bread, and she said, well, the bread's baked fresh every morning, so once they've run out, they've run out, but she'll more than happy keep a loaf back for her the next day. And I'm sorry you felt this way. It's just so that we can have the freshest ingredients. And it was great. It was only 4 or 5 negative comments, and she explained every one of them and the reason why, and I thought, wow, this is pretty cool. I definitely want to go and eat there. Number 9, use all caps. Please don't use all caps. It looks like you're shouting at me. Don't use them in emails as well, but yeah, it just doesn't look great if you have all caps and then small case and some hashtags. Whoa, looks really messy. And finally, number 10 is share the sadness or political views, unless obviously you're a politician, on your business pages. And the reason for this is I know there's a lot of sadness in the world, and I know, you're entitled to your political view, but there might be people who are following you on social media, on your business social media, make that really clear, not your personal, you can say whatever you want there, but on your business social media, and they might have different views to you, or yeah, they might just think differently to you, but they need your services and products. They could really benefit from you and everything you have to offer. But if they're like, oh, well, they keep going on about this, and it just makes me really sad, I'm not really feeling it, then they're going to go somewhere else. Okay, that's it. There were my 10 things that I wanted to share with you of how to suck at social media. So hopefully you can take them on board and then not do them on your social media. I hope you enjoyed today's video. You can find more videos like this over on lady-digital.com. And as always, I would love to hear your comments, your thoughts. Is there anything that really gets your goats about social media? Do you have another point that you'd like to add? If so, please do in the comments below this video and let me know, or any topics that you'd like me to cover. Okay, well, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!